Have you ever heard of the airport test? It's when a hiring manager is trying to decide who they're going to hire for a job, and they think to themselves, would I want to be stuck in an airport with this person for 7 hours? Now, the test is actually about personality and fit. Like, are you someone that somebody would want to be stuck with for a while? But it can also be quite literal. Do you know how to hold your own on a business trip with other frequent travelers? Now, if the thought of traveling with your boss or your VP makes you nervous, don't worry, I've got you. Hi, I'm Annie. I'm a frequent traveler for work and for fun, and I run the account Average Girl Does Cool Things. And in this video, I'm going to share how you can travel like a boss and not embarrass yourself in front of your boss and your colleagues. So let's begin. But before we get into it, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel content and career inspo. Okay, I have 8 tips here that you need to know. The first one is to know your company travel policy so you don't commit a faux pas or buy something that's not reimbursed. Now, your travel policy is going to first and foremost outline what's expensible and what's not. This is really important to know because companies have different rules depending on where you go, and they are subject to certain tax regulations and specifications. So your accounting department is going to be pretty strict about this. In particular, you want to find out what type of travel that your company will pay for, what class of seat they'll let you buy on the airplane, and if there's any opportunity to upgrade. Some companies allow you to upgrade if you are traveling with an executive who is already up in first class or business class. Why? Well, one, it doesn't look great if your company boss is up in first class and the peons are in the back. But 2, it's actually an efficiency thing. If you are traveling with an executive, they don't want to have to wait for you. And if they're sitting up in the front of the plane, they may not wait for you to get your butt out of coach. So this way you're sitting close together and you're not holding the person back from getting on with their day. Remember, executive's time is valuable. So that's tip number 1, know your travel policy so you know what's allowed. Tip number 2 is to pick the right seat. Now, we talked before about the upgrade policy and if you're able to upgrade to sit near that executive or your boss or whoever. Personally, my recommendation is that you don't sit next to the person you're working with. Why? Because you could get stuck in awkward work conversation. You could end up having to work on a project you weren't planning to work on the whole time. And it's just really awkward to sit next to somebody who you work with for that long. I'd rather just sit there in silence and put my headphones on. So if say you're traveling with an executive, I recommend that you sit close to the executive, but not next to them. Close enough so that they don't have to wait for you when you get off the plane, but not right next to them. And if you're I don't know where they're sitting, then reach out to their admin and ask. General life tip, it's a great idea to always make friends with the executive admins. They know everything, they control everything. So build that relationship and reach out to them for advice on where you should sit. Tip number 3, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, carry on only. So growing up, my dad was a VP at a corporation and he drilled into us that we were not allowed to check a bag. So to this day, I'm 39 years old, I never check a bag. Very rarely do I check a bag. Executives, frequent travelers, they don't check bags. They don't want to have to wait for their luggage to come off the plane. They don't want to have to worry about their luggage not showing up and not having what they need, so they don't check bags. And if you are traveling with an executive, they're not going to wait for you to go get your bag. It's a harsh truth, you just got to accept it. They're not waiting for you. So if you want to be able to move with them, take a ride with them, whatever, after the plane, don't check a bag. You want to be able to just grab and go. Tip number 4, if you don't have TSA Precheck, now is the time to apply. It is wildly awkward to have all of your colleagues get into the TSA Precheck line and then have you get into the regular TSA line. Wildly awkward. And once again, they may not wait for you. Plus, it might accidentally cut you out of some special privileges. If you are traveling with people who have the premium status on airlines, for example, United has their global services people. Global services, they get to go through a separate check-in area in the airport and they get to buzz past all of the regular security and go through in the TSA Precheck line. But if you don't have TSA Precheck, you don't get to go with them. You don't get that advantage. So go ahead, get on board with TSA Precheck. Tip number 5 is to dress smart for the plane. A business trip is not the time to wear your yoga pants. Don't do it. Don't do it. You want to dress smart. Now, you don't have to put on a full suit, but you do want to have maybe a nice pair of slacks. You might want to wear your blazer. It's a great way to not have to pack it and get it crushed, or a nice sweater, a nice pullover. But now is not the time for yoga pants, sweatshirts, Ugg boots. No. Think of it as a business casual attire. That's what you want to wear on a plane when you're flying with colleagues. And especially if you're flying with your boss. Tip number 6 is to pack your personal item correctly. 4 things you need to make sure that you pack in your personal item for a business trip. Number one is your laptop. Never, ever, ever check your laptop. We're not checking a bag anyway, right? But never, ever, ever check your laptop. It could get stolen. Also, there's a chance that you might have to work on the plane, especially if you do end up sitting next to your colleague, your boss, your executive. You don't want to be like, I'm just gonna sit here and play a game on my phone. At least pretend to work, push some papers around. Number two, you're gonna want your charger, obviously, but this is one of those things that people forget all the time is to take their laptop charger. You are gonna need it. Thing number three is a power bank in case you do run out of power. And thing number four are your headphones. So you can throw those on and try to abate any awkwardness. Tip number 7, to chat or not to chat. Now, this is a question that I get asked a lot from people who know that I work with executives. They wanna know what's the deal with small talk? Do I make it? Do I not make it? What do I say that doesn't make me awkward? Should I just talk about business? The best piece of advice I can give you is to let them lead. I've been in cars with executives who just need to make phone calls or work while they're in the car, and I'm just a silent passenger. And I worked with executives where we're chatting about cars and where we're going for vacation and what the dating world is like for a single person. Bad. That's what I tell them, it's bad. Those casual conversations are a great way to build that connection, to build a bond and a relationship with those executives so they can start to see you as more of a holistic person and not just a job function. But let them lead the conversation. Ask them questions, but only after they've opened up that pathway for you to have that casual conversation. And tip number 8 is know when you're sharing a car or not. One of the greatest perks that corporate executives get is that they often have transportation booked for them. And if you are a frequent traveler, you know that airport ride from the airport to your hotel can be a nightmare. Especially if you fly to Houston. Trying to get an Uber out of Houston at rush hour is a nightmare. So again, this is a case where you let that executive lead. Oftentimes, if they know you're on a flight or you're traveling together, they have a car booked, they have a car service coming to get them, they'll just invite you to get in the car with them anyway. And if you are the senior person on the trip, invite others to share a car with you. You're gonna have cost savings, it's gonna be safer because you're all together, and it's just less of a hassle for everyone all around. And once again, this is where having a relationship with that executive admin can be so clutch because you can reach out to them for advice and they may mention to the executive ahead of time that you're traveling together and hey, you're gonna ride in a car together. Now, if you need some help figuring out how you're gonna pack everything in your carry-on, don't worry, I've got a video for that. Go watch this one next. And until next time, go create a life you love. Bye.